Hello Jackal! In today's video, I'll show you how to upscale images and potentially videos completely for free and with different styles. But not only that, you can turn low quality memes into high quality memes. So what's the tool that we'll be using? It's called Upscale. Literally, Upscale. So what you can expect from Upscale is to go from an image like this to an image like this. But the original image, while it can look blurry, it also has to have a low resolution. Otherwise, if it's like 2K, 4K image that is blurry, don't expect this kind of results. Now what's good about Upscale is that it's not on the cloud, while it can be. You can go to the download section and download it for the operating system that you want. Now the cloud is coming soon onto any device, but cloud means that it's using it on someone else's PC or device. So simply choose the operating system that you have. When it comes to Linux, you will be able to simply install it. You can use the app image or a Flatpak. When it comes to macOS, you have the DMG and the App Store. And when it comes to Windows, you can use the installer or you can just download the portable zip, which is what I did. Once you have this downloaded, currently this is version 2.9.8, you will want to open the zip file, then copy all of these files, Ctrl-C, and paste them to a folder, which is what I've done. But I have added an input folder and an output folder, which is also something that you can do, but you don't have to put the input and the output folder here. You can put this anywhere on the PC. Now you can simply double click on the upscale.exe file, and this is what you'll get. So you have a nice user interface. You can select an image or simply drag and drop it in. It supports the PNG, JPEG and WebP formats. You can then select one of the models and you can use double upscale. And then you can also choose a different output folder. Now this is mostly useful for all of the AI generated images. I've made a bunch of cities and this was done inside of Blender using diffusion. And if we take a look at the size, you can see that the size is quite small. So if you want to upscale an image that an AI made, you can use Upscale to do that. So I'll go with this image. I could simply put it in, but I'll put it here so I have everything in same place. So this is the image. I can now use Upscale that doubles it, or I can use double upscale, which will quadruple it. So let's see. By default this will go to double upscale AI, which is the same location as this image. And the name that it will get is based on the model that you select. So let's go with this one. It will take some time, and how long this will take will depend on your PC. So this is now a lot higher quality than it was originally. So let me go to the example, this one. Now this is the original size, and these are the upscaled ones, 4 times. And this is the name of the model that was used. And this is added automatically to the upscale file. Each mode does something different, so you have to test them out to see what you like. In this case, I like this one the best. Now we can try out the double upscale, which will do this twice. First it will upscale once and upscale a second time. Now it does look quite nice, but admittedly it does lose some of the qualities that the original had, if that is something that you wanted, like the texture. And you can also go to the show hide image settings. You can change the zoom to really see the difference between the original and the upscaled version. Now you also have settings. The only change that I've done is change the theme. This is the default theme. I changed to the dark theme because it's easily visible what's selected. And I may have also changed this from the default 4x to 2x. And as for the GPU ID, this is something that you may need to type in. And where do you find this? You'll have to go to the logs after you made an upscale. And let's see, you have upscale progress and you'll have the index. In my case it's 0 because this is the first GPU that was found, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, and if I had any other GPU, it would be listed with 1 and the name of the GPU, and I could use that GPU to be used for upscaling. Now specifying this number may or may not help, but if you need to put the GPU ID in, that is where you can find it. Now one thing that I also want to show you is how to batch upscale. And why you may want to do that? Well, you can use this for videos and also GIFs. So I have 3 GIFs here. I've used the Travolta one for testing, and in this example I'll be using this meme. But this is a GIF. We can only use images. So how you can turn a GIF or a video to a sequence of images? Well, for that we'll be using DaVinci Resolve. So once you have the media file in, we'll want to press on the I to get resolution, so 322 by 242, and the FPS is 25. So we can right click, timelines, make a new timeline, don't use the project settings, change the format, 322, then 242. This was the resolution. I'm not really sure this will take in effect, so we may have a skew resolution, but let's make it and put this video onto a timeline. So the timeline resolution is a bit bigger than what I have specified, but that's okay. We can now go to the deliver page, go to the video, change the format to PNG. Here we have the resolution, and as you can see it was set to 256 by 256. So I'll just use this as default, change the output location. This will be used as an input for the upscale. I'll make a new folder, call it super hot. And render this meme out. So it was done super fast. And we have a bunch of images. In this case, 44 images. So now what I'll do, with the batch upscale enabled, I'll select a folder. So input super hot. I can choose one of the options. Maybe I'll go with this one. I'll just leave the output folder as is. It will make a new folder inside of this one. So that's okay. And now we can hit upscale. And if you have this message pop up, you may not know what to do. So what you need to do in that case is disable the batch upscale and disable the double upscale option. Once you do that, this will work. It just means that you can't double upscale, so you have to upscale again. So let's take a look at the super hot. These are 256 by 256. So as you can see, these images are 512 by 512. Now let's take a look at the quality. Maybe that's something that you wanted to have. Otherwise, you'd have to change the model. But what you can do now is select this folder. So let's select this one. Maybe change the style to this one. And upscale that one. So this will now be 1024 by 1024, which is 4 times the size of the original. But we have also changed the model twice. And this time, because the images are bigger, it will also take a bit more time to upscale. So let's take a look at what we got. So these images are now 4 times as big. Now let's say you want to use this in video editing. So what you need to do, in DaVinci Resolve at least, is import all of the images. And you'll want to go to the media. Then we'll select all of the images. You can select the first one, hold shift, press end, or simply click on an image, hold shift, and click on the last image. Drag all of the images in, and you'll have to go to the 3 dots, frame display. If it's set to auto, you will see all of the images, so you have to go to sequence. Then simply put this sequence into the media pool. So when you go to the edit page or the cut page, and you have the media pool opened, you will see the image sequence. Now if I make a new timeline, and let's see, format, this is what I usually have, and I'll just leave the timeline set to 25 since that is what the PNGs use. And now if I use the original one, and this is scaled up, it looks like this. And if I use this one, which is made with image sequences, it looks like this. So I would need to scale this one down or this one up. Maybe let me scale this one up. So this is now the same size. And if I play the result back to back, see what we have. Now I do like the stylized result in this example, but if you want to have a different look, you will have to test out the models. And also, you can go a little bit more advanced, go to the settings, and add your own custom models. And also, something that you can get, let me go to this timeline. Now this was the original GIF, as you can see. It has GIF in the name, and it has some artifacting. But the stylized one does not. So this can also be a bonus if that is something that you want to get rid of. Now let's test out 2 more images. Let's upscale it. So this is 4K going to be 8K. So as you can see, when the image is big, it won't get rid of the grain. So maybe what I have to do is scale the images down. To do that, simply I'll just use Paint, open with Paint, scale this down. So let's go with maybe 25%. And let's go even smaller, 50. So 480 by 270. That's okay. And I will also change this one. It's not really visible if I zoom out, but at 100% you can see that this is really blurry. So I will also change this one to 480 by 270. So select an image. First it's this one. And I can now double upscale it. This is not correct. So this resolution is not correct. This is a bug. And this is closer to the result that I was expecting from a low resolution image. And now let me test the other one that was blurry. So this is a lot better, it is sharp, but now I just have to find a good model. Now this is a little bit better. If I wanted an oil painting look. Now out of the box, the models that are available won't work for all of the images. So I may need to find other models or just use the upscale on other images. The last example that I'll test is this one. And see if I get a result that is anywhere similar to this one. Nope, this is maybe a beginning of an oil painting. This is basically the same. So let's see, this may not always work correctly, so I'll disable it. And test out again. Nope. And also nope. So as you saw, the best results that you'll get is if you use the Upscale with images that were generated by one of the millions of AI image generating tools, but you can also apply this to videos so you can have high quality memes. And that's it. If you found the video helpful, you know what to do. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm Simon, and until next time, Jackal, keep it digital.